I want to give our viewers some more details. There was also unrest in the Gilgit-Baltistan area of Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. That's Indian territory illegally held by Pakistan. A curfew has now been imposed in that area with protests continuing even today. We are being told internet services are now completely shut down in POJK in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Yesterday, there were protests in POJK that resulted in violence, arson and fatalities. The UN building, we are told, was set on fire in this area. So Pakistan, from Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, from Gilgit-Baltistan on top, again Indian territory, like I want to specify again, illegally held by Pakistan, all the way down to Karachi. There is unrest in Pakistan because there are also some reports that are coming about the Taliban, Afghan forces targeting Pakistan, and not just in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. There are reports, and the government in Afghanistan, they've told journalists there that Pakistan has been targeted from Islamabad to Quetta, Balochistan, also several parts in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, where Taliban have used drones to target Pakistani security establishment. So the situation does appear extremely grim for Pakistan on multiple fronts, General Bhatia.
Yes, it does. As far as Skardu is concerned, we have to also understand that Skardu population mostly 85 to 90% Shia. So they are for Iran, and they have benefited. The POJK Skardu has benefited. The people have benefited from Iran. So that is something which we should factor in, and this is going to create problems for Pakistan in Pakistan. So Pakistan, I think, is looking at pleasing the US by providing the airspace, and also pleasing the people by being anti-US. So that is a dilemma.
General, for a moment, would it not have been appreciated, the Shia Muslim mindset? We've been reading about it. The Shia Muslim mindset, especially in the month of Ramzan, they just then start comparing it to Imam Hussein, the battle that took place and fighting against all odds. That's the narrative that we hear on the streets of Tehran. Is that just narrative, or would you think that this is actually the mindset of Iran, very difficult to break?
I think I go with you. The mindset of Iran is very difficult to break. Like I said earlier, the people of Iran are very resilient, and the religion does play a very important part, and especially at the time when Ramadan is, during the period of Ramadan, and they chosen the time when Ramadan is there, thinking that it will be easier militarily. But I think the people of Iran and people of there'll be no groundswell right now. So I'm not looking at the immediate term. This is not going to end soon. I'm looking at a near term. Of course, to break the will of the people is one of the military objectives actually, and that is not going to happen so soon. If you look at the Iranian people, they have had regime change earlier also twice, and both times the people have suffered, but they have come out of it. And I do feel the resilience is there for Iran, and let us wait and see what happens. Militarily, Iran will suffer. Militarily, Iran cannot retaliate effectively to Israel or USA. Militarily, I'm talking about. It will be mostly a show of force, or a show of intent, a show of strength is not going to be there.
It's a very resilient state. It's a very resilient people of Iran, because remember, they pride themselves in being amongst the oldest civilizations of the world. You cannot break their will so easily. At least that's the narrative that's coming out of Iran. Now, when I spoke to Reuven Azar, Israel's ambassador to India currently in Jerusalem, he said Israel and the United States, they worked painstakingly on the strategy, and they've identified over 2,000 targets to be taken down in Iran.